Brock, can you kind of take us through when you went down and your level of concern in the immediate aftermath?
Yeah, I mean, I'd never had one before, so, when I got hit, I probably could have, popped up with someone, to grab my arm and pull me up, but I was like, all right, yeah, this is my first time having it. Just based off of what my teammates and guys that I've played with, how they explained the stinger, I was like, this is definitely how I'm feeling, It was on my left side, so I just laid there for a sec, sort of let it, calm down and stuff, and then was able to get up, go to the tent, and then, from there I got better. Literally, as time went on, it just started going away, and that's why I was able to get back in there mid-drive.
Did you hear the chants for you while you were down?
Yeah, I did, but at that point, I'm just more concerned about my body and stuff. So that was cool. Hearing the support from everybody, that was pretty cool.
Brock, so much has been said about Christian. I don't know if you run out of stuff, but I mean, when it comes to his toughness, he played through oblique and just as much as he touches the ball and punishment he takes. I mean, have you learned to appreciate kind of his ruggedness? Maybe this season or just since you've been around him?
Yeah. I'm the guy that hands him the ball off, and then I turn back and watch, sort of what he does, bouncing off guys, making cuts, twisting off guys when you got all these guys holding on to him. So I just see, the beating that he takes and just his grit to continue to drive his legs and get extra yards and inches, and then goes off to the sideline and he's immediately, using Theraguns and moving his body, just nonstop moving. And so, but we all respect it, man. He's the guy that does it all. And then we put him out in the slot and throw him a ball, and he just does everything. He's smart. And so, like I've said it before, man, we definitely, look up to him and his toughness, and he sets the standard, and we follow his lead.
You're at the point now where you're not surprised when he gets 10 yards on a 5-yard block play and 15 on a 10-yard block play?
Yeah. I mean, when he does it, it still sort of blows my mind. But at the same time, I'm like, that's Christian. He's done that time and time again. And, to see him continue to do that and then get back in the huddle and then go run a route and catch the ball and have an explosive, it's like, dude, this is crazy. So definitely thankful and blessed to be playing with him.
Brock, what's your case for him? You hit Deebo. He's obviously wide open for the touchdown. The next one to McCaffrey, the deep one, he was also very wide open. Is that one where you are trying not to miss him? Do you have to, when someone's that open,
yeah,
gauge a little different?
Yeah, I mean, it was, sort of just like a off-schedule play, a bounce out of the pocket, and then I see him go down the field. And at that point, I didn't know, is he going to, continue to run straight? Is he turning to me? And so I just sort of put it up in the air, and man, he did a good job tracking it down, catching it, and then getting up and scoring. So sort of a tough, moment right then and there of what to do with where the ball should be, but we got it done.
Brock, you just gave a great description of Christian and what he means to the team. What's your case for him to be MVP?
Dude, I think Christian should be MVP. I really do believe that. He does everything for us, runs the ball well, can catch the ball. He does everything, and so in my eyes, that's an MVP.
What do you think when your name's in the conversation?
I mean, I'm honored, but man, I think I have a great team. A great team around me and guys willing to make plays and stuff. So I'm trying to do my part and help our team win, and I'm very honored to hear it. But I think we just have an MVP team overall. So yeah.
Could you imagine coming back here for the Fiesta Bowl, winning, coming back here to play against the Cardinals tonight, winning?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to even think about from where you've come from.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a special game for me. Obviously coming home and stuff. I came back here for the Fiesta Bowl, but that was in COVID, so there wasn't that many people watching, just family and friends. But now to come back and have a whole stadium and it felt like a game that, in high school I'd come and watch the Cardinals and it felt like that. Now I'm playing on that field. It was so cool. So definitely something that I'll look back on in life and be very thankful for.
How many folks you have today?
I don't even know the number. Yeah, I only got tickets just for my family just because there's so many people in my life, hit me up for all that stuff. It was crazy. So I just stuck with my family, but I know a lot of people in my life that came, and I'm very thankful for them and their support.
Did you have to tell your parents that you were okay right away after the first chance you could? That popped up all right?
Yeah, I haven't talked to them yet. So, but I mean, they saw me go back in that drive and then score a touchdown and stuff. So I'm sure they know I'm good.
Did it feel like business as usual once you got back in there? I mean, you did find Christian in the end zone. It's like, okay, we're back.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to go in there acting like it was a movie scene and all that stuff happened. It was more about, all right, I'm back in here. Let's actually read out the defense. What are we trying to do? And that's what we're trying to do. Just put up points, and saw Christian in the end zone on a play and got it done.
Brock, this team has a big picture in mind, but how do you go about the mindset of just celebrating these milestones along with the NFC West crown?
Yeah, I mean, it's easy, to get caught up on, all right, we have to do this, the big goal, the big picture, and we should always have that in mind. But, man, I think all of us, we don't want to just get to the end and miss out on the whole process. We're still trying to enjoy the season, the games, the little moments. I think guys here have played long enough and they understand, how to do that. And then obviously lock in. We're on the team that we're supposed to be playing next. So enjoying the little moments and things like that. But obviously it's the next game up and we got to win.
This is cheesy, so I apologize in advance. But you said you didn't want it to feel like a movie scene. Does this last year ever feel a little bit like a movie to you?
I mean, if you just look at the whole grand scheme of it, right, being drafted last and all that, I mean, I guess people could start saying stuff about movies and stuff. But, man, for me, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I'm playing football. I've dreamed of being able to play in the NFL, and I got a great team around me, and that's just where I'm at, and just trying to enjoy every day.
So. A lot of 13 jerseys out there, Harry Puma signs out there.
Yep.
Anything that you want to say to the Valley and just how special it is to you?
Yeah, I mean, to come home and have everybody, from high school, Perry and Queen Creek, Gilbert, to come to the game and support like they have, and it means everything to me. I've always dreamed of being able to come home and play in front of everybody, and just because of how much I know that they have my back and support me. And so I hope I was able to give them a good game, and I appreciate all that they've done for me in my life.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Winning awards.
Man, the crazy thing is we practiced that, and in my head I'm like, yo, no way, like this is going to be this wide open. But I came around and seen nobody, and Kyle put that in, and normally when he puts stuff in, it works.
Were you supposed to kind of just be, acting like you weren't a big part of that?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely was part of the play of going across and not being as fast to draw a little attention and just be lazy a little bit, and it worked.
Part of your acting skills in that.
Yeah, a little acting skill, a little bit, just a little bit.
On the other side of the ball, Treverius Ward, did he look like he was about to break one, and now he has 2 interceptions?
Man, it's so crazy. I hope y'all get to talk to him. But right before the game, bro, I'm like, yo, it's about time for you to get you a pick. Like, I'm tired of seeing PBUs. And, man, I said you're going to take one about 90. It wasn't 90 yards, but it was close to it. He hit that like he just caught a screen, and he went and got in the end zone. And you see me, I put my helmet on so I don't get a penalty, of course. But and just run down there and meet him in the end zone. Hi, Christian.
What's up,
Deebo, what's your reaction to being NFC West champions?
Oh, man, it's just one step to getting where we want to be. We got to continue to stack these days, and we got a good opponent coming up on Christmas.
When Brock went down in the second quarter, Deebo, what was the feeling of like on the field?
I think my feeling was a little different because, as you see, he was down. I'm standing over him like, bro, what is wrong with you? What's going on? He's just like, I got a little stinger. I'm like, all right, we'll be all right. So, I knew he was coming back in the game, so I wasn't too much worried about it.
Do you think Brock is the MVP of the league?
I think he got a good chance of winning it with the way he's playing right now for us. And, if that happens, it happens. But our main goal is to continue to stack these games, stack these wins, and get to the Super Bowl.
A tougher game for the defense today. Do you like the responsibility on the offensive side to get more points on the board?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Kind of like last week, we kind of started off slow and the defense had our back. So whenever they back against the wall, we got their back as well and try to go out there and put up many points as we can.
Deebo, you and Christian are the first duo in NFL history to have at least 5 rushing and receiving touchdowns each in the same season. I know you guys have been waiting to get that opportunity to show what you can do when you're both rolling. How hard is it to stop you guys?
It's just so crazy that y'all keep up with all that stuff. I don't know anything about it. but yeah, man, it's just crazy. Just the things that he can do out wide and the things I can do in the backfield is just crazy. Like, it's intangible, and you never know if I'm back there, if I'm going to get the ball, or we back there together. You never know where it's going.
This is your 3rd game in a row, multi-touchdown games. Do you feel like you're playing your best ball here down the
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's a lot of things that we need to work on, especially today for me in the run game. It was just a lot of moving parts, missed a couple blocks. They could have sprung Christian free, and we take pride in that. So I got to get in there and just see ways that I can continue to work on that.
All right, thank you.
Pretty tight room.
You take up quite a bit of space.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
guys are gonna go together. Sorry.
Yeah, I was invited my boy, if y'all don't mind.
This is Robin Big.
Robin Big. Just looking for meatball.
Christian, I was talking about, somewhat jokingly, but I guess a little serious. You've explained to him, like, your injuries in Carolina, they weren't like wear and tear, they weren't like you got worn down late in the season. I guess I understand we might be a sensitive topic for you, but like, how much did that piss you off when you got maybe an injury prone late those years?
You know, it definitely pisses you off. You know, but you miss games. That's part of the game. You know, when you miss games, and you just got to stay on the field. So obviously it pissed me off, but I didn't think it was necessarily wrong. You know, I needed to get on the field. I missed a lot of games in Carolina, so it was what it was. But I had confidence in myself that I was going to bounce back.
Christian, have you ever had enough time to catch a touchdown pass, fall down, and then get back up?
No, that was the first. That was the first for me. I didn't see the ball. I mean, I felt like an idiot backpedaling like that for so long. I didn't see the ball till like halfway in the air, and I was just happy we connected. And Brock made a great play of scrambling and sticking with it.
Trent, where were you on that play?
I actually had a good vantage point.
You saw the ball, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't see the ball, but I did see him backpedaling, and you know, I was surprised he had time to fall on his face and get back up and run in the end zone. So yeah.
Trent, where do you think this offense is right now, as far as where you're playing at and what the ceiling is for you guys?
You know, the ceiling is. Who knows where the ceiling is, but you know, as long as we can come in here and take it one game at a time. I mean, we got so many playmakers. The offense should move the ball. We shouldn't be surprised by that. But you know, I still think we can. We got some ways to go before we can say we've arrived. But I do think the weapons we have, you know, obviously my guy to my right, you know, obviously George, Brock, Deebo, Ayuk, Juice. I mean, the list goes on. So the offense should move the ball. But you know, I think we still have a step that we can go. We still can get better.
Christian, you've had big games against a lot of teams, but did the Cardinals piss you off or something? Like 7 touchdowns, you get a lot of big numbers against them. Why do you have so much successes?
Sometimes it's just the way it goes. You know, you don't really know what games you're going to have. You know, big games. That's why, you know, kind of like Trent said, it's just really just try to approach it one game at a time, one snap at a time. You know, and then whatever happens at the end happens. But you know, it's just the way it's gone this year.
When Brock came back into the game after he got knocked out, he threw the touchdown pass to you and stuff. But what was the concern level when he was down, and then how fast was it back to being business as usual?
I mean, he's tough as hell. So for us, you know, once he said I'll be good, that's when I think everybody calmed down a little bit. It was just a matter of time before he got back in there.
Huge homecoming for him, obviously. He, of course, was as usual in the huddle and on field, or a little extra.
He was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Christian, Colin has told the story of how he thought when they traded for you, you couldn't play against the Chiefs just because it was too much of a time crunch. He talked to you, and then he told John Lynch, like, I guess he's going to play. Like, do you remember your sales pitch?
I just said I was ready to go. You know, I can learn, you know, a package of plays pretty quickly. You know, so I told him I'm ready to go. You know, I would like to play. It was my preference to play in that game, and kudos to him for allowing me to do that.
How much of that was obviously you want to play every week, but like you just don't want to miss games anymore?
Yeah, it was a goal of mine, playing every game, suit up for every game, and finish every game, and so that was important to me.
Was your knee getting cranky on you during the game? What was going on?
I'm fine. It was just a little, you know, stuff that goes on during the game.
Is there a feeling that it's very exciting, obviously, that you won the NFC West, but there's still a long way to go and you want to keep excited?
I think he's talking to you.
Me? I don't know. Yeah, I think obviously winning the division is very important. You know, it's a big step for us, and but to your point, I think everybody knows where we want to be, and we know that each week you have to bring your best ball. We're going to get everybody's best shot. So the standards got to continue to rise, and practice meetings, and then obviously for the 3 hours on Sunday.
Trent, sorry to put you in a bad spot.
No, you good.
But there's talk of like, well, Brock could be MVP and Christian could be MVP.
I know you're not asking me that question. We might as well go to the next one. You're not about to put me in that one.
Hey, he's got my vote.
Christian,
Let's
what's
spin
your
it
case for
this
Brock
way,
to
though,
be
Trent.
MVP?
Let's spin it this way. What does it mean to have two MVP candidates?
I mean, it means the offense is playing really well. I mean, we got the best running back in the NFL, so for him to get MVP consideration, I mean, I think that's his just due. And same way with Brock. Brock's been playing his butt off, so for him to be in the conversation as a teammate, I couldn't be more proud of both of these guys. And, you know, my job is to try to continue to help them have success. And, you know, I mean, who cares? Long as we can bring that trophy back to Santa Clara, you know, that's all I'm worried about.
All right, guys, appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.